I know the feeling of going through your week and hitting a wall and just feeling burned out and lacking the inspiration to stay positive and to continue to persevere. And that's why I want to share three very simple things. The three S's to help you get through that moment of feeling burned out. Because we hit that wall, we experience that, and we say, I'm done, I can't do any more. I don't know how long this is going to last. I don't know how much, I don't have any more effort. That's it. I'm on the end of my tracks here. And so these three S's are three of the most simple techniques you can incorporate into your habits, into the moment, to keep going, to continue to feel alive and engaged in life despite that burned out feeling that we all too often encounter. So what are those things? They are: stay grounded, stay grateful, and serve yourself. And I'll go into detail on what these mean. So stay grounded. That comes down to presence, being present. And how do you become present is you practice groundedness, right? You stop and you breathe and you notice the things around you. You notice the sounds of wherever you are. It might be a very uncomfortable environment, but that's okay, right? I was outside and I was in a very comfortable environment, and I was just noticing the breeze in the trees and the weight of my body on my feet and the firmness of the ground beneath my feet and the birds that were chirping and the mosquitoes that were all around me and trying to bite me. And sometimes the environment won't be that wonderful, regardless of the mosquitoes. And it'll be noisy, and you'll be in a house and you'll feel maybe a little claustrophobic because there's walls all around you and you're trapped inside this house where you're supposed to be, taking care of children or doing some chore or working on this project for your boss or whatever. But you can still feel grounded through that, right? You can feel the solidness of the floor, and you can feel your weight on the ground, and you can hear all the noises. You can see the light or the darkness, the shadow, wherever the atmosphere is, right? But really using your five senses, unless you have six, your five senses to tune yourself in to what's happening right now. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter how uncomfortable it is or how awesome it is. Using your five senses to just become present, and then using your breath to just feel into yourself and to fill your own lungs and to remind yourself that you are alive and you are standing here. And so that is what staying grounded means. And so the second one is staying positive, because an attitude of gratitude saves lives. It really does. It's going to save your life in this scenario. You're going to experience moments of burned outness like we talked about, where you can't focus on anything positive and you're exhausted and you don't have any drive left and you've hit a wall. And those are the moments where you most need to stop and say, man, of all the things going on right now, what can I be grateful for? Well, I can still breathe. I can still see. I still have sight. I love the ability to see. I have food. I'm full. Whatever it is. Maybe it's a nice day outside. Maybe your friend called you earlier this morning. Maybe you had a 5 minutes to yourself earlier in the day and you're really grateful for that. Or maybe tomorrow you'll have some time to yourself. Or maybe you get to plan a vacation for yourself in the future, or an evening out with the boys, or a girls' date out, whatever, right? But focusing on something to be grateful for, and multiple things if you can. I try to make it a habit of hitting at least 10 things a day at some point during the day. And so the attitude of gratitude, super important. It really helps you to also be present, right? Because that expression of gratitude is an expression of reality, is an expression of the present moment of what you have. And so it puts you back into that frame of mind where you are acknowledging some aspects of reality, and some aspects of reality that you're grateful for that exist despite the chaos that may have been ensuing and just driven you into a place of feeling stuck and dead and every other uncomfortable situation that we're brought to in a lot of scenarios over our week when we're working hard and when we've tuned out of things in order to get things done. And that brings us to the third one, which is serving yourself, which often sounds selfish, and other people will might label it as that, but it's not, right? Because when we're burned out, we often have done exactly the opposite, and we've forgotten about ourselves. We've forgotten about our own basic needs, and those needs still exist. And so how can you serve yourself in a moment of feeling burned out that might give you a better outlook, or more perseverance to keep going, or just allow you to relax in your exhaustedness? And that's exactly it, is look for those basic needs within yourself. Have you had something to eat? Have you had something to drink? Are you in discomfort? Do you need to use the bathroom? Do you need a 5-minute rest? Like, sometimes we think we want to go to bed because we're tired, but we're like, oh, we don't have time. It's okay. You don't need to have all the time in the world. Just take 2 minutes to sit still and relax and shut everything out of your mind. Relax every muscle in your body from your toes to the top of your head, especially all the muscles in your face, your eyes, your jaw, and to just rest. To rest, to maybe take a walk, get some fresh air, maybe call a friend, maybe sit in silence away from disruption, maybe to separate yourself from even 2 minutes, right? I'll often do that. I'll be on a time constraint, and I'll take a timer and I'll say, what do I need right now? I need to eat, or I need to get some fresh air, or I need to speak to a friend, or I need to have some alone time, or I need to rest. And if all I've got is 2 minutes, I'll put a timer on for 2 minutes, and I will do that, or maybe I'll take a shower. So what are the self-serving needs that you can attend to in those moments? And maybe you're feeling burned out and you have the whole rest of the evening. Great. Hit as many of those things as you can. Sit down, relax, drink something, eat something, rest, be in silence, call a friend, right? So come back to yourself and give yourself a little bit of attention and a little bit of love, and forget about all the fuddle in your head and just serve yourself for a minute. Serve your own basic needs and wants and desires in that moment. Relax. Feel. This goes back to being grounded too. Feel the emotions. Feel the exhaustion. Feel the tiredness. Feel the frustration. Feel the desire to cry. All of it. So when you're experiencing that, because I bet you've experienced it. I bet you're going to experience it. I bet you know that feeling all too well of being burned out, hitting a wall, losing the the motivation and the desire to stay positive and look on the bright side, or look for the bright side, and feeling like you've got no gas left in the tank. And so that's what the 3 S's are for. Stay positive, stay grounded, and serve yourself. Even if it's just for a sec. Even if it's just one moment of breath work, one moment of acknowledging the noise in the room, one moment of one single thing you're grateful for, one moment of meeting one need, like drinking water, do it. Do it, because that's what's going to keep you in the fight, keep you in the day, till you get to the end of the day, and you can flop out on your bed and call it a day and deal with the problems of tomorrow. But staying grounded, emphasis on staying present in that, staying grateful, and serving yourself in those moments, because odds are you're neglecting a part of yourself by mistake that needs some attention. So next time you're burned out, try this.